All right, going over the concrete test real quick. Question one, you're pouring concrete for a driveway that will be broom finish. Number the steps below in the correct order in which you would complete each task. Starting with one, what is the first thing that you would do? The concrete company's there, you got it formed, they start pouring the concrete into your forms. What's the first thing that you do?
You stretch the exposed surface with a straight board.
Yes, so you screed it off, right? So you're using a 2x4 and you're screeding it off, okay? Second thing is
Bull float,
you're gonna bull float the exposed surface. Third thing,
hand float,
hand float or a hand derby to the exposed surface. Next one,
trowel the exposed surface,
right? And then last step would be
broom
to broom it. All right. The purpose of using a bull float and a hand float is to,
D, all the above.
right, all the above. It helps push the stone below the surface, brings the cream to the surface, and helps smooth out the surface, all of them. What is the purpose of relief cuts in concrete?
B,
B, relief cuts give future cracks a place to go so they don't spread over the entire surface. So once a crack starts, it tends to go right to your relief cut and then it stays in that cut. It don't keep spreading out generally, or it helps a lot. We discussed 3 ways in which the concrete is reinforced. Name 2 of them. Rebar or re-rod, fiber mesh, and wire mesh should be. But I was pretty lenient on that if I thought you knew what you were talking about. One of them was for extra credit if you got all 3. What is the formula for figuring yards of concrete when ordering concrete?
length times width times thickness divided by 27.
Okay. What type of stone is used in concrete that will be exposed to outside elements? Limestone. And then the extra credit one there, I wanted you to explain why it's used in outside pours. So who's got that?
It has a more jagged edge and it adheres to the concrete better.
Yep. The cement actually adheres to it better because it's got squared off edges. It's not a perfectly round stone. Round stone, it'll still adhere to it, but not as strong. All those angles on those stones help it give it a place to adhere to, makes it stronger. Then 7, when finishing smooth surface concrete, what is the last thing that is done below? Some of you put broom, but it's a smooth finish. You don't broom a smooth finish. You trowel it, okay? And remember we talked about it's more than one time of going over with a trowel. Usually it's once with a bull float, once with a hand float, and then usually 3 times over with a hand finish trowel, okay? Problem below that, figuring cubic yards of concrete, same thing that we've been working on. I think most everybody got that. I did throw in a cost, and I think pretty much everybody got the cost right too, which was good. So you had to figure the yards of concrete you would need, and then I gave you somewhat of a realistic price for a yard of concrete, which that's pretty close. So if you were looking at that, what was it, 20 foot wide by 80 foot long by 4 inches thick, that would be kind of a normal driveway for somebody. So were any of you amazed at what the concrete cost would be? I mean, materials are expensive. Roughly, I mean, I was pretty lenient on how you round it off, but I come up with $2,200. That's quite a bit of money. It's one reason, I mean, you don't want to waste and have too much, or order too much because you have to pay for that, or waste it and have to get more. Just wanted you to be aware of the cost a little bit. So if nobody has any questions with that, we're all set with that. So I'll have you guys go back, you can shut